Welcome back, y'all. Today's video is going to be a little ranty, but I feel like I need to get it off my chest. The Dress to Impress community has gotten worse and worse over the past couple of months. Of course, not everyone in the community is toxic, but all the complaining and negativity is starting to feel inescapable. And it kind of makes me nervous about the game's future. Not everyone who watches my videos is on social media all the time or involved in the DTI community aside from playing the game, which honestly, that's a blessing. But if you're someone who's in the Discord, on Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, whatever it is, you most likely know what I'm talking about. I made a video a couple of months ago called The Toxic Side of Dress to Impress. If you haven't watched it already, I suggest you check it out. But in that video, I basically talked about different types of players and how they're ruining the game. However, in this video, I want to focus more on the community as a whole and the behavior I've been witnessing on all platforms, which oftentimes has been incredibly negative and also overdramatic. Before we start, please do not misinterpret what I'm trying to convey with this video. I'm not saying you're not allowed to complain or express your thoughts online. I'm someone who believes everyone has a right to speak their mind. However, like I've said in my other videos, there's a big difference between giving constructive criticism and just being disrespectful and nasty. Now, I do want to talk about a specific situation going on right now that actually caused a bit of backlash towards the devs, even though they aren't the ones to blame. After that, we'll get into some other drama and issues with the community. Let's go ahead and start. So last year when DTI was going super viral, someone went on Instagram and created a fake account under the name DTI Roblox. When this first started happening, the devs had stated that they didn't have an official Instagram account and that the account everyone was following was fake. This led to them creating an official Instagram under the name Play Dress to Impress. The devs announced it all over social media so people would unfollow the fake account. This fake account is still up to this day and has more followers than the official DTI account, which I think is one of the reasons why people believe it's the real one. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because the fake account recently posted some stories regarding political issues, and people got really upset about it. I found a Reddit post discussing the situation which said, "I don't understand why people don't like that DTI is making posts on Instagram that spread awareness about real world events. I think they should keep doing it. I like that they're aware of what's happening in the world and want their 5 billion Roblox visitors to be educated as well." When I first saw this post, I thought the same thing. I thought it was amazing that DTI was spreading awareness, but then I saw a comment below the post that said, "I don't think that people are upset about it. I think that people are confused because it's such a huge departure from their original content," which is very normal to be a little confused about. The posts are also very poorly produced and with poor graphics, spelling errors, etc. When I read that, I thought, wait, that's a red flag. There's no way that DTI would go from posting super well crafted content to posting low effort content. Then I read another comment that showed a screenshot from the Dress to Impress Instagram that said, "Hey everybody, just to let you know, we have not been hacked. We see your comments, and one of our 2025 goals is to be more inclusive and spread awareness." And the message below that says, "We have decided to delete the newsletter post due to negative feedback." I was so confused until I saw the username DTI Roblox at the top of the screenshot. Now, when you look through the account, it seems harmless. It looks like they're just posting news and information about DTI. However, after doing more research, it does look like they're impersonating the dev team.
The user doesn't use quotations when making posts. They also do not include sources stating who wrote the original caption, which can be interpreted as plagiarism. Adding "not impersonating" to their bio isn't enough.
In my personal opinion, at least, and the DTI team feels the same way. Bia Plays made an announcement on Discord saying, "We just wanted to take the time to write another post about this, as unfortunately, some people are still being tricked. Our only official account on Instagram is Play Dress to Impress. We do not own any other account on the platform. Many of you have accidentally followed one particular account that has a lot of followers and is using their platform to pretend to be us and say unkind things. That account does not belong to us. Please unfollow and report them for impersonation." What sucks is that even after the devs spread awareness about the fake account, people are still believing it's the real one. So whenever this account posts anything or makes crazy statements, people are going around criticizing the DTI dev team when it's not even them. The devs are currently trying to get the fake account taken down, but that'll take time. The main point of this section is to let everyone know to please unfollow the account with the username DTI Roblox. The official DTI Instagram account is called Play Dress to Impress. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's talk about the most recent community drama that caused massive outrage. With us entering a new year, the DTI team decided to post their goals for 2025. On January 3rd, Bia placed in a Discord announcement listing these goals. It's a bit long, so I'm going to summarize parts of it. However, in case you want to read it for yourself, pause the video right now. Anyways, here's what the announcement said. As we move into 2025, we wanted to share some of our goals we have set for ourselves for the early part of the year. We want to make sure we're communicating with you and sharing our thoughts and aspirations for the game with you, so that you know what to expect. Naturally, none of these are guarantees, and we don't promise we can make them happen, but we'll try. The first goal says that they want to optimize any remaining old items that are causing lag in the game, but they want to keep them as close to the original as possible. The next goal is for them to find a working solution in order to remove the dressing rooms. Now, the third goal is the most important part, so I'm going to read the entire paragraph. To deal with the lag issue caused by so many items being added over time, and the fact we know you don't want old items to be removed, we plan to experiment with a new system for events. The base game items will stay and we'll add more occasionally. However, we think we should try releasing event items only during the event they're for, then taking them back out of the game after the event to make space for the next event. In other words, we would have the main base game and a seasonal items section for the current event, so that we aren't just piling more and more items on top of each other and then having to remove old items to make space. We know you don't want old items to be removed, so we think seasonal event items may be a good solution for that. Okay, I know some of y'all are probably upset after hearing that, but don't worry, we'll discuss it more in depth in a little bit. The fourth goal is to add more items that give value to the game and that aren't too similar to existing items. They're also wanting to add more buildable items similar to the graphic tees. And the final goal is making makeup and faces fit more varied skin tones better. Now, at the end of the announcement, they did state they don't have a specific time frame for these changes to happen, but I'm assuming they want to finish these goals by the end of the year. Okay, now that we're done with that, let's talk about the seasonal items situation. The community did not like this idea at all. People got really upset about this because a lot of favorite items tend to be holiday related, especially the Halloween items. So it's understandable for players to feel blindsided and upset that some of the most useful items would be gone from the game. And honestly, I was also a little bit upset because a lot of the items I use are from the Halloween and Christmas update. Now, the devs did ask for feedback, so players let it be known that the seasonal items idea was bad. But as always, a lot of players became very rude and disrespectful. Someone made a post on Reddit called "This will actually kill the game." And there are so many comments of people being nasty towards the developers. Someone said, "Sorry, are they stupid? Ooh. The lag is from the lobbies. Anybody who knows how games like this load knows and can practically see it's the lobbies. Nobody wants old items removed, but we're not gonna want usable seasonal items taken away either, like duh." This is a comment I usually see people make, which actually led to Umuye setting the record straight. She sent an announcement on Discord that said, "I wanted to take some time to address a few concerns and misconceptions regarding the lag issues in DTI that we are working on fixing. Firstly, we did want to clarify that our maps are not the reason why the game lags. Detail lobbies don't cause severe lag in our game either, as they are fully optimized and images are compressed. The intricate details in our lobbies use images and textures, not high poly individual meshes. In our upcoming Valentine's Day update, our team is working diligently on reducing item lag, poses lag, and more. Please be patient with us as this is a lengthy process." I even remember somebody making a post about Moto Princess saying that they don't like that they keep making these intricate lobbies and that he's to blame for the lag. Like, come on y'all, we don't have to be like that. Moving on to another comment I found, it says, "If they do this, I'm being so serious when I say I'll never play the game again." There are better solutions. Hiring adults with real dev experience would be a start. Maybe I'm in the minority here, but I don't believe that the devs should be pushed out of an opportunity and position they're very fortunate to have just because they're minors. This is a chance for the devs to build up their portfolio and gain work experience. So I think it's really frustrating for people to always be like, hire adults instead. I'm not against them expanding the DTI team, but I don't think pushing the current devs out is okay. Also, the whole point of Roblox is that anybody can make a game, and usually it helps children or teens learn how to code and do different things like that. And then there's this one comment I've been seeing people repeat on all platforms, which says, "Bring back Gigi for real. It's just been getting worse since she left."
Wow.
I personally feel like that's very offensive to say, considering the developers are working really hard to give us amazing updates and also listen to the community's needs. So making comments like, ever since Gigi left, it's gotten worse, basically discredits any hard work the devs have done. Now there was a lot of outrage over on Twitter as well, however the original posts announcing the seasonal items have been deleted. And the reason for that is because DTI decided not to move forward with the idea. Via Play sent an announcement the same day, which I'll also summarize. We wanted to write a post about this now rather than wait because we know this is a topic you felt very strongly about. We heard you and we know you don't like the idea of seasonal items rotating, so we have scrapped that idea. Thank you for the feedback. We think we found a solution to the cluttered dressing rooms and lag within the map, which will allow our core gameplay to be the same while still keeping seasonal items after updates too. Here's our idea. There will be chests or closets or some other object to interact with around the map. One for Valentine's Day collection, one for winter collection, and one for Halloween collection, and so on. After a seasonal update ends, as long as you played at some point during the update, the items would transfer into the chest, rather than being in the map or in the dressing rooms. You would then walk up to the chest and click to open it, and then a menu would open with the seasonal items inside. This means they'll be organized by holiday/collection and not be shoved into a dressing room or map. In addition, it also means we'll avoid the lag issue caused by masses of items being in the main map. Additionally, we would like to bring back the code item to a button on screen, which is something we know you want to have back. We do want to be clear, this will take some time. We can aim to have this ready by our next big update, but please be patient, it won't be ready super quickly. I am happy they found a solution to this issue and listened to the part of the community that kindly gave feedback. I know some people have the belief that screaming, kicking, and crying works to get whatever they want, but I'm gonna be honest y'all, the more toxic a community becomes, the less likely developers are going to want to interact with the community. Alright, now that we're done with that, let's move on to the final section. Another thing that I commonly see is people complaining, which is normal, you have a right to do so, but oh my god, sometimes it has to stop. Like, I'm talking about anything the devs do, somebody's there being a negative Nancy. I just wish that people in the community wouldn't pile on to things and be so overdramatic. Just a couple of examples here. When the petal dress situation was going on, of course people were mad because it was only a 3-hour window to get it. And the main concern was the time zones, right? That's understandable to be upset about and to express concern. And then the devs released the sparkling dress, which was also a limited item, and it was available from December 30th through January 2nd. Even though the devs made it to where you could get it for a few days, people were still complaining that it wasn't enough time. And also complaining about how much it cost. Mind you, all you had to do was use in-game currency. It wasn't like a Robux item or anything like that. Yes, you have to grind for pink cash, but that's the point. Now the next two examples I actually have comments to show as evidence as to how people act. So the first one is actually regarding the new body types that may be added this year. DTI News made a tweet that said, Dress to Impress would allegedly release the awaited inclusivity of body types probably sometime this year, 2025. Now when this first came out back in October, people were split. I made a whole video about it in case you want to check it out, but even now the same concerns stand. Now I understand where some people are coming from regarding adding these body types to the game. One of the comments I saw said, my thoughts are nervous because I'm not sure how appropriate people will be with them. If people are already being racist and trying to make 18+ outfits, I'm nervous for how people would use this body. Which I get, you don't want to see people running around making fun of the body or using it for the wrong reasons, but at the end of the day, the important part is the inclusivity. So not adding something because other people might misuse it isn't right. And then there's the people who are just body shaming. I saw tweets of people saying, we don't want it. Sorry, but I don't think we're going to use them. I'm sorry, who's we? Like, why even say something like that when it has nothing to do with you? If you don't want to use the body, then just don't use it. Now, the last example is actually related to a new duo pose that's being added to the Valentine's Day update, which I personally believe is super cute and fun to have. And I think the majority of the community feels the same way. But then there's that part of the community that just can't help but complain about nothing. Hey y'all, it's editing me. So the original recording kind of didn't make sense, so I wanted to rephrase what I was trying trying to say. The main point of this section is just to show how negative the community tends to be even when there's not really a problem there. It happens very often where the devs add something new to the game and then immediately the community goes, oh, this is gonna get misused. Or be like, oh, it's gonna get removed because people don't know how to act right. And I get the concern, but imagine if DTI just stopped adding things because they're always worried that people are gonna misuse things. Now, I'm not trying to say that it's impossible for a toxic player to find a way to make an innocent pose inappropriate because they easily can, but why can't we just look at the positive side of things? Like, if you don't like the pose, cool, that's fine, but just going straight into somebody's gonna ruin it, it's like, I hear this every update. But yeah, that's pretty much what I needed to say. Okay, back to the video. Now you might be wondering, well, why are we worried about these people? We should focus on the positive people in the community. I'm starting to feel like the community is getting taken over by really negative energy. And that's really the reason why I made this video. I'm more like hoping that somebody watching this that maybe tends to get over dramatic or complains a lot about stuff in the community will see that maybe it's not that serious, or understand that you don't have to take it that far every time. When I see people say that this community is reminding them of Roll High, honestly, I can see it. Like, anytime I go on the Roll High community tab or search anything related to Roll High, it's always drama, 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 or somebody complaining about everything. Like, I get it. Yes, Barbie and the devs don't do what you want them to do, but oh my god, please, let's talk about something else. What is up with the energy? Oh my gosh. But anyways, that's pretty much it for me. Sorry if there's moments where I'm just like heated. I did say it was gonna be a ranty video, and it's not like my normal content, but I had to get it off my chest. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about the community. Do you feel like the community has gotten worse? Or do you feel like the community is pretty tame? But anyways, thank you everybody for listening to me yap, especially if you made it to this part of the video. I really appreciate you sticking to the end. Okay, bye. See you in the next one. Bye. Okay, bye. See you. Bye.